second part of today's lesson is, you guessed it, word problems. So we have today is Sophie bought 3 pair of shoes and 2 scarves for $70. Brittany bought 2 pair of shoes and 4 scarves for $60. How much did the shoes and the scarves each cost? So the first step is, you guessed it, look for the keywords, and I'll highlight that in step 1 in a second. But when we look at our keywords, Sophie bought 3 pair of shoes, 2 scarves for $70. And you notice, and as we know, and means plus. And Brittany has 2 pair of shoes and 4 scarves for $60. So now, while you guys are always concerned about feeling scared about these, if you think about it, you're looking for those keywords to set up the equations. That really wasn't so scary. We got, if we let S represent shoes, and we let C represent scarves, and I'm going to do C just because, we have here that 3 pair of shoes and 2 scarves, she paid $70. And Brittany is 2 pair of shoes and 4 scarves, she paid $60. So now when we look at this, I can really do either. I'm going to say though, if I take this second equation and I multiply it, and actually I take that back, we're not going to go with the second equation. We're going to go with the first equation because it'll work out much nicer. So I'm going to go with this first equation, and I see that right here I have a 2c and here's a 4c. So I'm going to multiply this by -2, which will give me a -4c. So right now we've already gotten into our step of solving by elimination. So when we rewrite these 2 equations, -2 times 3 is -6s. -2 times 2c is -4c. And -2 times 70 is -140. And then we have 2s plus 4c equals 60. So when I add these 2 together, I get -4s. These 2 cancel. And -140 plus 60 is -80. So when I divide by -4, I get S is equal to +20, which means each pair of shoes costs $20. I'm going to put per pair shoes. And then I can go ahead and put that back into my other equation. And I'm going to go with 2s. So 2 times my 20 pair per shoes plus 4 times each scarf equals 60. So then we have 2 times 20 is 40, plus 4c equals 60, minus 40 from both sides, giving me 4c equals 20, divide by 4. We get c is equal to $5 per scarf. And we can go ahead and then finally do that final step, which is to check. I'll let you go ahead and make that check. So our next one we've got Alexis and Isabel. They had a competition to see who could sell more raffle tickets. Alexis sold 5 single tickets and 10 packs of tickets for $45. And Isabel sold 10 single tickets and 5 packs for $30. And how much did each ticket type cost? With keywords, we have 5 single tickets, 10 packs of tickets, $45. And we've got Isabel with 10 single tickets and 5 packs of tickets for $30. And we see here that we have and, which again is addition. So if we go ahead and write up these equations, if I let T be single tickets, and I use P for the packs, then we can go ahead and write these equations. I've got 5 single tickets plus 10 packs of tickets, and that's $45. And then I've got 10 single tickets plus 5 packs of tickets, and that would be $30. So I'm going to get rid of that T, which means I can go ahead and multiply this equation by -2, which is going to get rid of that T. When I rewrite this, I see that I get -10T plus -20P or minus 20P equals -90, and 10T plus 5P equals 30. So when I add this together, we get -15P equals -60, and divide by -15, and that gives me P equal to $4 per pack. And then feed that back into the other equation, whichever one you want to use. I'm going to use the second one. So I've got 10T plus 5 times $4 per pack equals 30. So we have 10T plus 20 equals 30. Subtract 20 to get 10T equals 10. Divide by 10. Each single ticket is $1 per ticket. So if we go back and check that, 5 times 4 is 5, plus 10 times 4 is 40, 5 plus 40 is 45, 10 times 1 is 10, 5 times 4 is 20, 10 plus 20 does equal 30. So go ahead now and please try the You Try It problems, and bring any questions with you to class tomorrow.